It's time for the People's Poll. Seeing as millions of us have been put back into lockdown and can't go out with our mates, I thought it'd be a good time to talk to you about your most memorable nights out. I asked you for stories, loads of you got in touch, and here are a few of them tonight! Hello! Fabulous. Hello. So, let's talk nights out. Who should we go with? Leanne, tell me about your night out. Hey, Leanne.
Well, coming back from a night out, me and a friend thought we'd found a record-breaking slug. It was absolutely gigantic.
Right, can I just stop you there, Leanne?
Yeah, sure.
Had you been taking recreational drugs on that night out?
It was purely liquid that evening. We were absolutely hammered.
So you were lovely and drunk, and you thought, not only is that a big slug, it's a record-breaking slug. Were you in your head thinking, we're going to meet Chris Akabusi here? Were you imagining yourself...
We're going to be famous.
Yeah.
We both bent over to it and we're eyeing it up, standing back, thinking this is like something from prehistoric times.
Yeah.
And then we both looked at each other and said, it's dog poo. We've been staring at dog poo.
Wow.
Yeah.
But tell me there was an optimist within you going, but it looks like a record-breaking dog poo. Harry, tell me about you.
Well, I was out again with some friends and they were having a bit of an argument, so I walked off and sat down on a bench. And then a pigeon walks out from underneath this bench.
Okay.
So me being drunk and stupid, I thought it'd be pretty funny if I could pick that up. So
well, hang on. When you say pick it up, do you mean pick it up, or do you mean like what's happening, baby?
No, physically.
You come here often? You like crusty old bread? I've never seen a pigeon bang. I've seen, like, you very often see pigeons like, fucking what's happening? Yeah. And they do that weird thing with the tail. Like, and there's always one going, fuck off. We're out in public. Is everyone going to shag you near a bus stop? But I've never seen two pigeons actually bang.
Not seen them bang, no.
So you're trying to pick up this pigeon?
Yeah. So it jumps into my hand. So
did it jump into your hands?
No, I put my hand in front of it and it walked into my hand.
Harry, that is bollocks. Like, that's just never happened ever. Of like kind of go, I just put my hand like there and the pigeon went, why not? And just fucking sat there like this ever happened in the history of the world. Otherwise that would happen all the fucking time. If people were like, you're right, a pigeon. So yeah, even though you're pissed, you put out your magic hand and the pigeon goes, for me.
So I've got the pigeon.
Yep.
My friends see me with a pigeon. They're like, why has Harry got a pigeon? And then this goes on for about 25 minutes, 30 minutes, and I'm getting a bit cold at this point. I've got this pigeon in my hand and it won't fly off. So me and my friend decide to do the logical thing and just take it in the club with us.
Nice.
So obviously there's doormen at the clubs, aren't there? So
yep.
I was holding the pigeon in my right hand. I had my friend on the left, so the bouncers couldn't see me, and we both just sort of walked in. And there you are, we have a pigeon in a club. Yeah.
And what happened there? Did the pigeon stay with you all night?
The bar at this particular club was like a circle, so I put the pigeon down on the bar whilst I ordered a drink.
Finally! Fucking hell.
Obviously, people start clicking, it's like, is that a pigeon? And I'm like, oh yeah, sorry, that's mine, and pick it back up.
We know each other for 25 minutes, yeah.
Yeah. It's emotional.
Yeah.
And then, eventually I did leave the club and put said pigeon back down in the park.
Wow! So you stayed with the pigeon the whole night? How lovely is that?
He had a better night than I did.
Fucking right. But again, I just imagine that moment where the other pigeons go, where the fuck have you been? That pigeon's like, you won't believe it. I've been Vodka Revolution. Great story though, Harry, fantastic. How about Hayley? How are you? What's the weirdest thing?
I'm fine. So I used to work in a village pub when I was at college, and we had a guy come in who wanted to propose to his girlfriend later that evening, which was lovely.
Yes.
But he wanted to freeze the ring in an ice cube and put it in her drink.
Right.
Which is lovely, I guess.
Yeah.
Also,
anyway,
it was...
to hear the phrase, I want to freeze the ring in a village pub would really terrify you, wouldn't it?
So he came back in later that day. He'd already given us the ring that morning and we'd frozen it in the ice cube for him. And it was quite a hot summer day and it turned into a hot summer evening. So we gave them their drinks and they went out to the garden. And about 20 minutes later, he came back to the bar and he looked a bit pale. And we were like, everything okay? And he sort of looked horrified and said, well, the ice melted. And she knocked back her drink, swallowed the ring, poked on it, puffed it up, thought it was a piece of ice, so bit down on it and broke her tooth. And now she's on the phone to the emergency dentist. But through the tears, she did say yes.
And presumably he went, nah.
He looked kind of horrified that he'd caused her so much pain, but they did come back and have their engagement party at the pub, so presumably it all went well from then.
Oh my God. I don't know what, it's so painful. You know when something's so painful, it makes your fingers go, nah. The idea of biting down on a ring, and there's better ways of putting it than that, but... Richard.
Hello. Well, mine's from back in the old days when I used to work in a local nightclub in Bristol.
Nice.
And, there was a young couple that met on the dance floor. They went looking for somewhere to get a little bit handsy, as you do. And they went into the cleaner's cupboard next to my bar. They didn't get very far, though, because it was already occupied by one of our glass wash boys who was actually balls deep in Henry the Hoover at the time.
I mean, Richard, that was like Jack and Nori just suddenly got real, wasn't it? Once upon a time, in a lovely pub in the West Country, there was a couple who were trying to get a little bit handsy. Oh, look, there's a bloke balls deep in a Hoover. Presumably, the Henry the Hoover was no longer smiling. Sat there like that, kill me.
He looked pretty happy with the dick up his nose, but the couple ran off. The guy was stood there laughing, but kind of running away at the same time, and he didn't really know what to do with himself. The girl was long gone.
Yeah.
And then the glass wash boy himself actually did the waddle of shame, trying to run through the club because he was trying to pull up his pants on the way out, and he didn't quite get them all the way up before he found the fire exit and nearly fell down the stairs going out.
Like, so you're in a nightclub?
Yeah.
You've got options.
Yeah.
Surely in a nightclub, you work there, you know, you clean up, hey, yeah, you know, I work here, yeah,
Well,
Jeff's my name, yeah, maybe we'll meet after my shift, yeah. Hang on a minute, just gonna go back and fuck a Hoover. Was he fired?
He tried to come back the following week, but was promptly asked not to.
Do you reckon he came back for the job, or do you reckon he came back for Henry? Just pulling on the extension lead. Come on, Henry. He's like, fucking leave me here. Wow, that has been educational, guys. Brilliant stories. Thanks very much. That was so great. I'll say farewell to you now, my friends. Thank you so much for coming on the show. That was fantastic. See you later. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.